In this video, we're going to wrap it up just a little bit. The equations are going to get a little bit more difficult, a little bit more involved than just the two-step and one-step equations we did in the previous videos. In this first one, we're going to deal with equations that have integers in them to start with, and then in the second video, we're going to look at what happens if we have fractions or decimals. So in this first video, we're just going to do examples A through E in number 1, and then we'll start with F in the next video. Now, in many of these cases, we're going to have more than one variable, and in this case, they're going to be on the same side of the equal sign. So when that happens, we are just going to combine our like terms. Since we're not moving one to the other side, there's no need to change the signs. We're just going to combine them the way they are. So in this equation, we are going to just combine the like terms by combining 5m plus 2m, which is 7m, minus 23. Then we are going to use the addition property of equality when we add 23 to both sides. Now this is just a two-step equation that we did last week. So here's a two-step equation. We add the 23. That is the addition property of equality. And we have 28 is equal to 7m. Then to move the 7, we divide both sides by 7, and that is the division property of equality. And finally, when we simplify, our answer is 4. And again, you can check this by plugging 4 back into every single m in the original equation. Is 5 equal to 5 times 4 minus 23 plus 2 times 4? And remember order of operations. We do the multiplication first. So is 5 equal to 20 minus 23 plus 8? 20 minus 23 is negative 3. Plus the 8 is, in fact, 5. So it is equal. So then we know that 4 is equal to m, and our solution is correct. In the second example, in B, we're going to combine like terms again. The 11m minus 6m, that leaves us with 5m minus 8 is equal to 22. And then we're going to solve the subtraction next by adding 8 to both sides. And again, that is the addition property of equality. So we're left with 5m is equal to 30. And to get the m by itself, now we divide by 5. Excuse me. And since we're dividing the same thing on both sides, that is the division property of equality. And our final solution, then m is equal to 6. And just a quick check. 11 times 6 is 66, minus 8 minus 6 times 6 is 36. Is that equal to 22? 66 minus 8 is 58. Minus 36 is in fact equal to 22. So then we know that that is our solution. Now the next example, more combining of like terms. The two like terms, negative 2y plus 5y is 3y plus 5 equals 14. And first thing we do, now it's a regular two-step equation. Subtract 5 from both sides. and that is the subtraction property of equality. So the equation we have left is 3y is equal to 9. Then we use the division property of equality to get the y by itself. Division property of equality. And we're left with y is equal to 3. Once again, with the quick check, negative 2 times 3 is negative 6, plus 5. 5 times 3 is 15. Is that equal to 14? Negative 6 plus 5 is negative 1, plus 15. Is that equal to 14? And the answer is, of course, yes. So that is our solution. In D, instead of having like terms to combine, we have, using the distributive property, we have to distribute that negative 8. So negative 8 times 2x is negative 16x plus 8. Now, I just want to point out, that is the most common error with some of these distributive property problems. Negative 8 times a negative 1. They forget to switch the signs. So if you do not want me to kick a dog when correcting quizzes or tests, please. I don't really kick dogs, I'm just kidding. Please don't do that. So that is a common mistake, though, on these problems. So to undo the addition, to move the 8 to the other side, we will subtract it. And that is, of course, the subtraction property of equality. And that leaves us with negative 16x is equal to 28. And then to solve this, we use the division property of equality. We divide both sides by negative 16. Once again, that is the division property of equality. So our answer is negative 28 over 16, which does not come out evenly. So then we look for a common factor that goes into both of them. And that largest common factor is, in fact, 4. So 28 divided by 4 is 7. 16 divided by 4 is 4. And quick check. Negative 8 times 2 times negative 7/4 is negative 7/2 minus 1. Is that equal to 36? Negative 7/2 minus 2/2 is negative 9/2. And if you multiplied negative 8 times negative 9/2, we'd have positive 72/2, and that is in fact equal to 36. So that is in fact our solution. And the last problem on this video, number 8, you'll see that F involves fractions, and we'll leave that for the next video. We'll talk about how to handle those in the next video. But in E, we have another distributive property to take care of. 18 is equal to 6x minus 18. And then we're going to use the addition property of equality to move the 18 away from the x. That is the addition property of equality. So we have 36 is equal to 6x. Then we're going to use the division property of equality to get the x by itself. That is the division property of equality. So then x is equal to 6. And quick check, is 18 equal to 3 times 2 times 6 is 12 minus 6. is 18 equal to 3. 12 minus 6 is 6, and that is in fact equal. So therefore, x equals 6. In the next video, we will talk about how to handle those fractions.